All right, Shalom, giving all honor, all praise, and all glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations unto the tabernacle of David, the for elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. Now, real quick, just take a look at this, and you see why, a lot of our people on average, they don't even make it past 50. And if they do live long enough, they got to be on all sorts of meds, and they had all type of operations done on them. But you can see it because this is the way Jake eats in Babylon. Now, first of all, I'm not finna eat nothing handed to me by somebody looking like this. this Eve right here. She look like she keep a blade under her tongue while she sleep. But this ain't it. This is not healthy. Now I'm gonna just play it real quick. This is gonna be a little short video.
Then you're gonna get a fried box on top of this. Potato salad, beans, sweet potato pie, garlic parmesan rolls. You know what I'm saying? Just pull up, you know what I'm saying? Give me $100, okay? Okay? It's the slab. Hey, when you get this, you need to just buy, you need to buy everything, right? When you get this though, it's like you got your own pot of spaghetti at home. Literally put this shit in the refrigerator. You got 3 servings. Then you're gonna get a fried box on top of this. Potato salad, beans, sweet potato pie, garlic parmesan rolls. You know what I'm saying? Just pull up, you know what I'm saying? Give me $100, okay?
$100. For $100 though. Sharing you a container of death for $100. Yeah, she got some green beans on there. She got a corn on the cob. But come on now. All that cheese, you're gonna be clogged the hell up. That's a lot. And she said that's 3 servings. Man, you can cut that up and maybe serve 6, 7 people, man. That's a lot. Now, let me get a couple precepts. This is why they live short lives, man. They don't take care of their bodies, man. Sirach. I'll start with this one. This is Sirach 37. And I'm gonna start at 27. It says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything." Food being one of them. It says, "Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life." And to surfeit means to do something in excess. And you're overdoing it. You overfeeding yourself, or if you drink liquor or you drink wine, you're supposed to drink it in moderation. But when you drink large amounts, you're doing it to excess. And then, that's where you have a bunch of people that, they increase their tolerance level. So they drink it more, to get that buzz or whatever. And then all of a sudden, now you're getting addicted. Then you become a drunkard. Every time you drink it until you don't remember nothing. And you wake up and you got vomit all over the place. And there's people that died of alcohol poisoning because they was doing too much. Same with food, meat. And Babylon, that it teaches you, of course, gluttony, to eat super big portions and go back for, thirds, fourths, all you can eat. And then it be the worst shit just because it tastes good. It got taste, it got flavor to it. Yeah, that's all Jake looking for is flavor and saltiness. But in the long run, they don't see how it affects their health. So let me go from there. And let's go to 30. So Jake, they shave off years of their life eating like this all the time. Sirach 30. And I'll read verse 17 and then I'm going to jump down. It says, I'll start at 16. It says, let me start at 15. It says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There's no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Like a chronic illness. No, you better off free. When you dead, you free from that. But as long as you alive in the flesh, you're going to be afflicted. Heart problems. Some Jake out there, they got to sleep with they got to be on dialysis. Walking around with one kidney. Got clogged arteries. Just they don't take no omega, the fatty acid. Fish oil and stuff like that. Vitamin E. No leafy greens. The only time Jake will eat leafy greens is if the food come with some greens, and a lot of it, you got a bunch of turkey meat. It'll be oversaturated with a bunch of turkey neck or turkey legs. Jake, man, I got to do better. But you got restaurants, they make a killing serving this kind of food. It don't look too bad, but that look like that's a lot, man. That's a lot. Let me jump down. It says, verse 25, it says, a cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. All right. And especially if you living to serve the Lord and you're trying to glorify him in your body, you want to be able to be able-bodied to go out there and serve him. You call yourself saying a prayer and you out of breath. You got shortness of breath. You're not gonna go out there speaking for hours when you got heart issues. It all comes from eating like that, man. So, yeah, like I said, I wasn't gonna make this long, but this is where Jake gets that from. And you wonder why under the curse, it talks about how Jake would get that long disease. It's Deuteronomy 28. Let me do this. Deuteronomy 28. Then we're gonna go down. Yep, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 61, and it says, the Lord will afflict you with every sickness and plague there is, even those not mentioned in this book of instruction, until you are destroyed. Though you become as numerous as the stars in the sky, few of you will be left, because you will not listen to the Lord your power. And Jake, they will not follow the dietary law at all whatsoever. It's grievous unto them. So yeah, they suffer that. All right. Let me go to the KJV, because it talk about continual sickness. Yep. Deuteronomy 28:59 says, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. All right. And that's literally what a chronic illness is. You know, something that you got to treat for a long time. A chronic disease is a health condition that lasts for an extended period, typically at least 1 year, at the least, requires ongoing medical attention, may involve regular checkups, medications, or lifestyle modifications. Jake got to change their lifestyle. And Jake usually wait till they messed up before they do that. Cannot be cured. So you get a disease that can't even be cured. You just got to treat it until, you know, you give up the ghost. It says most chronic diseases cannot be completely eliminated, but they can be managed and their symptoms controlled. May affect daily activities, can impact a person's ability to work, socialize, or perform other daily tasks. Examples of chronic diseases include heart disease. You eating this, and you eating it often, and you eating, like, you got some morbidly obese Jakes that'll eat this whole plate. No kidding.
It's the slab. Hey, when you get this, you need to just buy. You need to buy everything thing. When you get this,
there's Jakes that'll eat this whole entire thing, yo. All right. And them the types that they have these chronic diseases: heart disease, diabetes, cancer, stroke, arthritis, and asthma. You know, so yeah, be mindful, man. You know, I'm not gonna pay $100 for that. Not at all. So I'm gonna close on that. Lord willing, y'all were edified. Call Lord Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. Shalom.